What if I told you one of the most famous speeches in history was shorter than most TikTok videos? No cheering, no dramatic finish. Some people didn't even realize it was over. And yet, those 272 words would outlive a war, reshape a nation, and still be remembered more than 150 years later. But here's the real question. How can something so small become so powerful? To understand that, we have to step onto a field where thousands had just fallen, and listen to a quiet voice that refused to be forgotten. This is the story of the Gettysburg Address. To understand this moment, we need to rewind, back to a time when the United States wasn't so united. The country was split between North and South in a brutal conflict called the American Civil War. It wasn't just about land or power. It was about big questions. Should slavery exist? What does freedom really mean? Can a country survive if it's divided against itself? Brother fought brother, friend fought friend, and one of the most important battles happened in a small Pennsylvania town called Gettysburg. In July 1863, the Battle of Gettysburg raged for 3 long days. Picture it like this: fields turned into chaos, smoke thick in the air, the sound of marching boots, cannon fire, and shouting echoing across hills. When it was over, more than 50,000 soldiers were dead, wounded, or missing. It was one of the deadliest battles ever fought on American soil. The Union, the North, won, but it didn't feel like victory. It felt like loss. So the nation decided to do something important. They would turn part of that battlefield into a cemetery, a place to honor the fallen. And they invited the president to say a few words. That president was Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln wasn't flashy. He didn't look like a superhero. He didn't speak like a performer. But he had something powerful, a way of turning simple words into ideas that stuck in your mind like glue. Now here's the surprising part. Lincoln was not the main speaker that day. Another man spoke for nearly 2 hours before him. 2 hours. By the time Lincoln stepped up, people were probably shifting their feet, thinking about lunch, maybe even a little tired. Then Lincoln began. Lincoln's speech was short, very short, just 272 words. That's about the length of a few paragraphs, or a quick YouTube intro. But every word mattered. Instead of talking about the battle in detail, Lincoln zoomed out. He asked a bigger question. What is this country really about? He started by reaching back in time, 77 years ago. That means 87 years earlier, when the United States was founded. And he reminded everyone of a powerful idea, that all people are created equal. Lincoln changed the way people thought about the war. Before, it was about keeping the country together. After his speech, it became something more. It became about freedom, equality, and whether a nation built on those ideas could survive. He said the soldiers who died at Gettysburg had already given meaning to the ground. No speech could ever match their sacrifice. Instead, the living had a job, to continue what those soldiers started. Then came the line that would live forever. Government of the people, by the people, for the people. That's not just a sentence, it's like a mission statement for democracy. It means the people create the government, the people run the government, and the government exists to serve the people. Not kings, not dictators, people. Simple idea, huge impact. Here's something most people don't know. When Lincoln finished speaking, there wasn't a massive cheer, no standing ovation. Some people didn't even realize he was done. It was so short they thought he might keep going. But over time, something interesting happened. People started reading the speech again, and each time it felt bigger, like a small spark that slowly turned into a wildfire. So why are we still talking about this speech? Because the questions Lincoln asked are still alive. What does equality really mean? How do we build a fair society? Can a nation stay united during hard times? The Gettysburg Address doesn't give all the answers, but it points us in a direction. It reminds us that a country isn't just land or buildings, it's an idea. And ideas need people to believe in them. Back on that quiet field in Gettysburg, the cannons are silent now, the smoke is gone, but Lincoln's words remain, not carved in stone alone, but carried in classrooms, books, and minds. A speech that lasted 2 minutes, yet somehow stretched across centuries. A reminder that even in the darkest moments, a few carefully chosen words can help light the way forward.